Make sure you've got the legs lined up with the shoulders right here. Because that's how a normal person would be able to balance when they're standing on their hind legs, whatever. Basic principle. Okay. And I think I moved his legs forward by accident. There we go. Okay. Hands. Just use typical human hands. The Opposa Bubba. Right here. Stick them on. Make them just a little bit bigger, around that big. And you notice how the wrist gets bigger with it? Don't keep it at that size, just shrink them down a bit after you make the hands bigger. And always make sure, also with Sonic characters, arms and legs, from the shoulders, they're rather skinny, and as it goes down to the wrist, it slowly gets larger. If you can see that happening there. Same with the legs. I want to shrink that a bit. There we go. Same with the legs. And okay. So we got hands. Now for feet, because he's wearing shoes, don't give him bare feet, please. Oh god, no. Okay. I use Cloppity for the base of his shoes. So right there. Make them a teeny bit bigger. And shrink his ankles a bit back to the size they were before. Here we go. Okay. It's getting there. Weapons. You don't need those. Ignore that. And now for all the accessories. Okay, for his tail. I actually skipped it by accident. On my previous one, for his tail, I used another mantenna, just like his nose. I just stuck it there. Grew it just a teeny bit. Yeah, don't need to do that. Just keep it regular. There you go. And tail. Okay, how about we do the spikes on his head and on his back. Now what I usually use are Osteo Flippy. So we just take those. Start with his back. Now these can be a bit hard to put on because there's no circular rotating orb like most of the other parts, so you kind of have to place it in just the right position. Make those slightly bigger. Don't need to be thick. And just pull them out ever so slightly. Maybe a bit more than that. And crap. Rotate them back into place. It's about right. Okay. Now, same with Sonic. Shadow has 2 spikes going down the center of his head. One here, 2 on each side of his head here, and 2 there. Same as Sonic, just curving in a different direction. Okay, so make these as big as you possibly can with the mouse, with the mouse wheel, and adjust the thickness. Don't make them the thickest they can be, just slightly less than that, and just stick them out a bit. And pull that one down ever so slightly. So like about there. Now, same thing. One right below it. make it big. And stick it out a bit. Okay. And now for the ones on the sides of his head. Grow it out ever so slightly. And twist them out like that. A little bit more. And move them back a bit. Or that's about right. And last ones. Rotate these here. Now the ones down here, not a whole lot of people notice. They don't curve completely outward like the ones on top of them here at the side of his head. They kind of go inward a bit more, kind of like that. So that's what you'll look like from the front and from the back. This I got from the looking at the Sonic Adventure 2 model after going through the Chow Garden so many times. Okay. Now let's go for his eyes. The eyes can be really tricky, especially his weird eyebrow things. I'll show you how I do it. First, take a bone knee pad and put them right where his eyes should be. Make them a bit bigger. And rotate them so they kind of take the shape of Shadow's angry eyes, like there, and just like squish them together like that. Make sure they're not going over his mouth too much. Here, wait. Okay, I don't need that. And I don't need that. So, don't really do anything to them but make them bigger. Okay, so we got that. And now we can stick on his eyes. I use wide-eyed for both my Sonic and Shadow model. It does have a green eye, but after you color it, the eye color changes. So you just slip them under there and try to make it so that you only see, if I can make that a bit closer. Oh, that is so odd. Try to make them a bit bigger than they are right there. See if that works. And just rotate them a bit. Just carefully slide them into place there. And then it will kind of look like that. Looks really funny now, but just wait until I'm done. Okay. Now for his angry eyebrows. This part is really frustrating. You're gonna have to take a lot of time to do this. Okay, so what I do is I take bone tablets from the accessory screen. Bone tablets. Okay. Split them in two. Now, I'm sure you've noticed at the back of bone tablets, they're the same color as the skin. If I can show you. There. So, to give it the same color as the skin, I just flip them around. But it's harder to adjust them this way because all the controls for them kind of seep into his head and you can't really get to them. So you really have to be careful where you're moving it around.